Hey y'all, it's Tonette. BJ and I have more answers to the question our friends, family, and coworkers ask, where y'all been? These are our experiences and our opinion, and we hope you find it informative, inspirational, and even entertaining. In this episode, we cover most of our travels in 2014, including stopping at places we have passed often along the highway. We finally took the I-95 exits, and it was rewarding. To get notified of future videos, subscribe to this channel and choose the notification bell. Over the years, we learned that it takes a lot of energy to work full-time, go to school, raise kids, and have a side hustle. Therefore, as we plan business trips, we look for things to do that bring us joy along this journey. And in 2014, we mixed business with pleasure in about half of our travel. For example, we had an early dinner with family in Hampton Roads, Virginia, after attending a sister-to-sister health fair. We attended a man-down stage play in Wilson, North Carolina, written and directed by a fellow church member, while also vending. We enjoyed a taste of yummy cakes by one of my sisters in Jacksonville, Florida, while advertising in her bakery. Then we went out of our way to stay at the beach in South Carolina before heading to Lamar, South Carolina for a conference, and we hung out with family in Columbia, South Carolina afterwards. In addition, we met Dr. Steve Ferry at the Fatherhood Conference in Raleigh, North Carolina, and grabbed a dessert from one of our favorite places, Edible Arts. Summer adventures began with a trip to Columbia, South Carolina to a 40th birthday celebration for another one of BJ's sisters. Later, we went to Georgia and our kids were able to go crabbing with BJ's brother. We normally take a trip late in the summer before our kids return to school, and at one point we didn't think we would be able to get away. Then we got creative and chose to go away for one night over the weekend instead of two. The first place we went was to Virginia, and we met family at an amusement park very similar to Carowinds. After a long day at the park, we ventured out into Richmond to taste some soul food, which my coworker recommended since she grew up in the area. We were pleasantly surprised by the great food, and we even found some restaurants that my coworker didn't know about. Next, we went to Topsail Beach, and the hotels in this area are not directly on the water, but there was one about 2 minutes from the beach access strip. After eating at Madison's Prime Rib, we enjoyed walking on the beach at night, listening to the waves crashing against the shore, and looking at the beautiful vacation homes. We also had fun in the hotel pool, and we were able to enjoy the beach again the following day. With our limited time in the area, we only had an opportunity to try one new seafood restaurant. To celebrate our girls' 8th and 13th birthday, we decided to go back to New York on another red-eye bus trip with our company. However, in September, we realized that we still had a 2-night stay in Beaufort, South Carolina that my aunt had gifted us, and it was going to be expiring at the end of the year. So we went to Beaufort and didn't hesitate to dive into their gullah culture by trying some authentic restaurants. We arrived on a Friday evening, so our choices for dinner were limited. However, we managed to find a small Italian restaurant with some big servings. The next day, we went to Hilton Head to visit the beach and ended up trying a restaurant on the water and shopping at the outlets. In October, we took that red-eye bus trip back to New York, and we mapped out everything we wanted to do beforehand, including meeting up with one of my friends from college. However, our tour of the Apollo Theater, chicken and waffles at Amy Ruth's, and a quick stop into the M&M store got scratched from bliss when we experienced a 4-hour delay due to a mechanical issue with one out of 3 of the buses. That friend that I was meeting waited for us for 3 hours, trips, and I was so happy to see her that I wouldn't trade the experience catching up and guiding her daughter in ice skating for the items missed on our list. After ice skating, we were able to go to other places on our agenda, which included a return trip to Junior's for some cheesecake. In 2014, we spent a little more time traveling, but we'll cover that in a separate episode. For now, we'll share some new places we ate. In Newport News, Virginia, we tried Tucano's Brazilian restaurant, and it was great. In Richmond, Virginia, we tried Croker's Spot, and the clam chowder was one of the best we've ever had because it was topped with croutons that gave it a really special flavor. At Mama J's, we tried a lot of different soul food, and everything we ate was fabulous. Then Sweet Tea Southern Cuisine made it on the list because we were passing by and noticed a large crowd, looked it up, and decided to give it a try. Once again, the food was great. In Sneads, Ferry, we ate at Rick's, and everything was delicious. In the Beaufort, South Carolina area, we were surprised to taste several good she crab soups. But two places made it on our list, and that is Bella Luna's in St. Helena. This is the one we tried that Friday night. The food was so good that our 7-year-old requested to eat there again the next day before we even finished all of our food. The second place on our list from that area is Panini's Cafe. And most of the food was good there, but they also had a good setting outside looking over the water. In Hilton Head, we really enjoyed Hudson's on the dock with some great she crab soup and some of the best scallops you can find. In New York, we tried Red Hook Lobster Pound, and we liked the clam chowder so much that we ordered an additional bowl. In Greenville, North Carolina, we ate at the University Chop House often, and we've eaten at the Christie's Euro Pub in Greenville, North Carolina also. Finally, on our list of new places we ate is Mac and Cheese in Winterville, North Carolina. They had some of the best pot roast and collards we've ever eaten. Places we played include the beach in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, King's Dominion in Doswell, Virginia, Wyndham, Virginia Crossings Hotel in Glen Allen, Virginia, Hilton Head Island Beach in South Carolina, and Central Park's Woolman Rink in New York. The travel tip that we have for this episode is to look at what you've passed. The pattern in most of our new adventures in 2014 was visiting places that we had passed many times. We traveled up north several times, and we usually passed through Richmond, Virginia, and we passed by the exit to King's Dominion. Then while we're up north, we visit Central Park a couple of times, but we had never been to any of the skating rinks in Central Park. Also, we are originally from the Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia area, and we go back there at least 4 times a year. Therefore, we have passed the 95 South and North exits to Beaufort and Hilton Head, South Carolina a lot. Sometimes we are so focused on getting to our final destination that we don't slow down and look around at the great places we are passing. Our experience in Richmond and Beaufort showed us that there's more than what meets the eye, and we can explore more during our travels if we do a little research and go off the standard route. This may mean extending stays or just taking longer to get to the destination, but you'll never know if it's worth it if you don't check it out. So we encourage you to pull out a map, pull up a map, or something and see what you'll be passing. Then pull up on something new. Well, it's time to exit this episode. We're looking forward to giving more answers to where y'all been. If you enjoyed it, like it and share it. To learn more about our family travels, consider subscribing to our channel. You can also get notified of new episodes by selecting the notification bell.